Hey, good afternoon. Russell of Hotels going live just for a couple of minutes. You guys know how I do it. I'm here for the daily check-in. It's Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Today happens to be Monday, so happy Monday to everybody. I think it's a holiday. Is it not a holiday here? I know it's at least a holiday here in the Los Angeles area, or California. I would take it is a national holiday, right? Caesar Chavez Day. Am I right? Hopefully I'm right on that. But yeah, so like the banks are closed, the post office not running today. All the city services are closed. So there you go. So I'm not doing anything today. So other than this, right? So I haven't been anywhere. Got my exercise in early. But anyway, obviously I'm here in Los Angeles, so hope you guys are doing well. And today is April. This is not that was not an April Fool's Day joke. Okay, so no, yeah, everything is closed today. Courts are closed, all that stuff. So, but happy April 1st, right? Is that a holiday like Happy April Fool's Day? I don't think so. But anyway, hey, it is what it is. But anyway, hope you guys are doing well. I do this daily check in. Did I say this already? Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And on Tuesday, I do on air with Russell of Hotels. On air with Russell of Hotels. You know that live hospitality talk show that everyone's talking about? In fact, they talk about it so much. Check this out. Right up here, it says top 40 hospitality podcasts for 2024. And that's top 40 international podcasts. So On Air with Russell of Hotels is one of those 40 hotels. Okay. I mean, 40 podcasts that have been recognized. And I do appreciate the recognition from the International Hospitality Institute and Dr. Jeffrey O. Do appreciate it. Yeah, I'm going to keep saying it, right? And I'm sure some people have already tuned into this and heard me say this. And hey, I'm going to ride it till the wheels fall off. So, but no, I appreciate it. I do thank them for that, as well as the top 100 social media influencers in hospitality for 2024. And that's right there as well. So I'm right there. Okay. So, sometimes I forget that this means right. This side is right, okay, and that side is left. This is my left finger. That's my right finger, but the screen is all messed up. Anyway, aloha, Craig. Thank you so much. I was just gonna say, hey, the comments are open, so feel free to make your comments. I do appreciate them. It's all about engagement, and Russell of Hotels is all about the engagement factor. So we appreciate you. And I do have a topic every time I come on to do the daily check-in. It is, first of all, it's always live, right? And it's always going to be live on Facebook, LinkedIn, X, YouTube, and I believe Instagram, if I'm not mistaken, the IG, the OIG. So yeah, so it's live on those as well. Congratulations. Congratulations to you too, my friend. I appreciate that. It's always good to get a congratulations from someone who actually has received the same similar award. So no, I appreciate you, Craig. Craig's doing it as well. Craig's on there probably a couple of different times. Him and his partner, Glenn Hausman, they've been doing this for a long time, and they're the people that I look up to. Okay, so those are the people that keep me going. Because I said if they keep going, I'm gonna keep going too. So there you go. So no, in fact, I got my start, and I tell this story all the time, and I'm not ashamed or afraid to let people know. I got my start because of Craig Sullivan. That's how I started this whole thing, right? So if you're gonna blame anybody, blame Craig for this, okay? Because he invited me to come on his talk show back in 2018. Yeah, because I started mine in 2019, and I was a guest on his show, and I didn't know who Craig was, right? And he invited me to come on, and yeah, and I, on my way home, I'm like, you know what? I could do a talk show, similar to this, and I called Craig and let him know that what I was going to do, kind of get his blessing, and he did, and all my nudge, yeah, but yeah, so he could have either Craig could have shut it down and said, you know what, I don't think you should do it. And I've been like, okay, I guess I won't do it then. But no, he was supportive from day one. So appreciate you, Craig. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, everything you've done for me and the Click Conference. And he's founder and CEO of the Click Conference. I've attended two times in it, 2 years in a row I've attended. So thank you again so much. And if you guys have not heard of the Click Conference, you need to check it out. Okay. Is it click.com, clickconference.com? Just go clickconference.com and you'll see the dates have not for 2025 have not come out yet, but just go and check it out, see the pictures, see the photos, see what's going on, see what they stand for, see what it's all about, and you'll be a believer too. You'll be there next year along with me. So there you go. So, but anyway, like I said, I do this daily check-in daily, and or Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, back to back. Got to go for 3. Yes, going for the 3, Pete. Thank you so much. But yeah, so I come on here and I do have a topic, right? A topic, and this is actually the second part. So on Friday, no, was it Friday? It was Thursday. No, Saturday. That's right. I didn't do one on Friday. I did it on Saturday. Yeah, I work on Saturdays too, right? So if it hits me that I need to do something on Saturday, then I'm going to do it on Saturday. Because Saturday is just another day, right? It can be a work day just like any other day. So clickconference.com. Yeah, there you go. Clickconference.com. Check it out. I don't know why. I should always remember that. Clickconference.com. Okay, so check it out, and I'll see you there next year. But we're going to talk about it between now and next March, okay? So don't worry about it. There'll be no shortage of conversation about the Click Conference, okay? So there you go. But hospitality 24/7, 365. Yep, that's what it's all about. So yeah, so doing things on a Saturday, it doesn't, stop me. Other people will say, "Oh, you're doing this on a Saturday?" Yeah, I mean, when you're on your own thing, when you're doing your own thing, yeah, you got to work when you need to work, right? So I'm, getting leads back on Saturdays, or at least compiling them and sending things to my clients. They may not respond to them, but I got to get it off my plate, right? So, and the same thing with, doing the daily check-ins and things like that. Well, I couldn't do it on Friday, but on Saturday I had opportunity to do it, right? So I said, you know what? I still got to do this stuff. I say I'm going to do it, 5 days a week. Well, darn it, I'm going to do it 5 days a week. So I did it on Saturday. So that was the first 5 or 6 that I did. Today I'm going to finish it up. It's what's the hotel's GM, hotel general manager's role in the sales process. Okay, so I'm going to go through the ones that I went through on Saturday. I'm just going to, like setting sales goals, but I'm not going to, explain it or anything like that. I'll explain the 5. If you want to hear the explanation of those, please go back. It's on LinkedIn. Just go on LinkedIn or any other the platforms that I'm on. Do the replay on that. You get the definitions for all this, me explaining, giving examples, all that. I'll just touch on those, the first 6 that I did, and then I'll go into the 7, and I'll explain those to you, okay, if that makes sense. Is that good? Can we do that? Okay, I'm waiting for, I see someone in the background, a thumbs up. Okay, and as I'm changing scenes, just so you know, this is the W Hotel in Hollywood. I was actually there last week. Great hotel. I would say it's a great hotel when the weather permits, right? Because that bar right there, if you see the bar that's in back of me, see the gentleman right there, that door is open, right? So you get all the elements of outside, right? Today is a beautiful day. Now, if this was over the weekend, I would say that door is probably closed and you probably could not sit out there because it's raining like crazy. But today, I mean, it's a picture perfect day, and it would be a great day to be at that bar and on the patio at the W Hotel in Hollywood. I mean, can I say that any better than that? I don't think so. But anyway, so let me just jump into it. The daily check-in. But like I said, first I'm going to go through the first 6 that I went through, and then I'll jump on the next 7. They finished the renovations at the W Hollywood. They're still working on the 2nd floor. That's a good question, Craig. There's the lobby, the front desk or lobby area, that's completed. They're working on the restaurant, as well as there's some construction going on at the meeting space. And I'm not sure the extent of that, but we're not able to go because I wanted to, take a quick tour of the meeting space, but I couldn't do it because they were still doing some type of construction up there. So 2nd floor is still off limits. At least it was on Friday when I was there. I was there on Thursday, excuse me. And then the restaurant. So the restaurant, the food is being served in the lobby area, okay, currently because of the construction in the restaurant. So There you go. And I didn't know that because I had never been to that hotel before. That's my first time, right? So I walk in, I'm like, oh, this is kind of cool. And I'm like, because you walk in and then to get in the lobby area, there's like a hostess, like would be in the restaurant, right? And I'm like, I'm sorry, this is my first time here. Can you explain what's going on here? She goes, oh, we're serving lunch in the lobby. I mean, you can feel free to if you're just there just to hang out and use that free Wi-Fi, go right ahead and spread yourself out. There's a working desk over there. There's this. But we do serve lunch and dinner in this area now because our restaurant is closed. Like, oh, okay, I got you. So she explained everything. See, there's something to say about a good hostess that will explain things to you. You don't have to guess. Because I was like looking puzzled, and she's like, is it? Are you okay? Can I? I said, yeah. I just want to. I'm trying to take this all in. So she explained everything to me, and I just went down there, had an Arnold Palmer, which that's my drink of choice when I go to my hotels. Right. More likely, you're never going to see me drinking alcohol, especially during the day. Right. If it's in the evenings, I'm gonna turn it up. Right. But no, normally at lunchtime, I'm still working. Right. So Arnold Palmer is my drink of choice. So just remember that. If we're having lunch together, if you invite me to lunch, just pre-order me an Arnold Palmer, okay? There you go. Would be appreciated. Craig says, in fact, why am I not putting these comments on here, Craig? Why, come on now, you got to check me on these things. So my job is that when somebody makes comments, my job is to put the comments on the screen, okay? And Craig asked me, did they finish the renovation at the W Hollywood? So I explained that. There you go. And the scenes that I'm showing are the W Hotel. And then he said, Glenn Houseman and I did a Friday night live from the W Bar. Oh, yeah, I can imagine that was fun. Okay, all right. So you know what I'm talking about. So you know the bar and how it's situated and everything. Very good. Are buying what? What are buying? Buying the drinks? Buying the Arnold Palmer? What? What is? What is? What? Did I miss something? I don't know. But anyway, let me jump into, because these things don't have to be long, right? I tend to drag them out because, and that's okay, right? Because I love comments and I love conversation. Are you buying lunch? Oh, okay. Yeah, as long as that Arnold Palmer is there, yeah, definitely. Let's do it. Let's do it. Yes, definitely, Craig. Thank you so much. Just let me know when. So this is the 7 for today. Let me just go, to the first 6 that I did on Saturday. I'm just going to mention them, okay? But anyway, this is the role of a hotel GM in the sales process. A hotel general manager plays a significant role in the sales process of a hotel. While the primary responsibility for sales and marketing often falls on the sales and marketing team, the GM's involvement is crucial for the success of the hotel sales efforts. Here are some specific examples of the role a hotel GM plays in the sales process. Setting, and I'm just going to go over these first 6. Setting sales goals is 1. Sales strategy development, that's 2. Pricing decisions, that's 3. Relationship building, that's 4. Supporting sales team, that's 5. And then 6 is problem resolution. Okay, so those are things that I went over on Saturday. So this is the next 7. Okay, this will complete it, right? Okay, so the first one here, let me just move my screen up here. Revenue management, is that the first one? Yep, revenue management. The GM may work closely with the revenue management team to optimize room rates and inventory availability. They play a role in determining when and how to offer discounts, packages, or other incentives to boost sales. Yeah, so revenue manager plays a big role in operations and sales. I mean, because the rates are, they basically dictate what the rates are based on history, based on what's going on in the hotel, based on if you have groups, you need to protect the groups and all this kind of stuff, the rates of the groups, things like that. So the GM should be involved in that stuff, right? He or she should know exactly what the heck is going on. Why are we offering these rates these days? Or why aren't we offering these rates? Well, we're protecting the group business. Oh, what groups are we having? Well, he or she should know that already because he or she should probably attend those meetings. I would think the revenue manager meetings. I would think so. But hey, here's what it is. But these are just things that, okay, when Russell of Hotels or Russell Edmond was a hotel general manager, these are the things that Russell of Hotels or Russell Edmond was involved in, okay? Because we're all in this together, right? Sales, operations, revenue management, everybody is in this thing together, okay? And unfortunately or fortunately, the general manager, the buck stops, it begins or stops with that person, okay? And that person has some responsibility, has a lot of responsibility. The success or failure of that hotel, guess who it lies on? On the shoulders of that general manager. So it behooves that person to be involved as you can be with all the processes. I'm talking about the sales process today, but operationally, all these kind of things, engineering, what's going on in engineering? Okay, what's going on in food and beverage? Do we still have room service? What's going on with that? All those things, he or she should be involved in that. Okay, so boom, there you go. Okay, so that's revenue management. Sales meetings, one of my favorites. The GM often participates in sales meetings and reviews. They provide input, guidance, and feedback to the sales team to help refine their strategies. Yeah, definitely. Be involved in what's going on in the sales. And a good indication is going to the sales meetings and see what they're working on, what's going on, what's on the fence, or what's they haven't been able to close. Maybe you can get involved in that, and maybe you can help them close it. Maybe you can go out and meet with the client, with the sales manager. It's okay. Maybe the sales managers are having, we're entertaining all week. I'm going to have clients here on this day and that day. And maybe, they want you to come and at least at the very minimal, meet their clients. That's what I used to do, right? Remember, all the stuff is based on my experiences, right? Not what someone told me, but based on my experiences. So what I would do, I would know who they're meeting with because I wanted to make sure I was copied on everything. And I would go to the sales meetings, like, okay, who are we meeting with? Oh, we're meeting with, so-and-so, Susie James with XYZ company. Okay, well, I'm going to come there for lunch. What time you have lunch? 11 o'clock. Okay, I'm just going to come by and say hello, meet Susie James, and then be on my way because I know Susie James is in good hands with the sales manager, but I want to make sure I met her, give her my card. If there's any questions at all, you're in good hands with Sally J, but it's okay. If you have questions at all for me, please feel free. Here's my card. My name is Russell Edmond. I'm the general manager. I'm here to assist. So there you go. So you're just basically you're now they know who's in charge, right? Now they know, they have a name with a face, or maybe they heard of you, whatever the heck the situation is. You're just there for support. Okay, you're there to support your team. Okay, and if the client needs something, okay, the clients need something. If not, okay, keep it moving. But you're just there just to meet with them. You don't have to necessarily have lunch with them. You're just there to meet them and then keep it moving, right? And then later ask, hey, did we close that business? Hey, why were they here again? What did they have any other business? All this kind of stuff, right? So the sales meetings are for that, to find out what's going on, who they're meeting with, do they need any sales training? Okay, not saying you have to do the sales training, but do you need to get sales training for them? What about resources? Do they have do they understand the STAR report? They understand what's going on. They understand their budgets. What numbers are they responsible for? All those things. Do they have tools? Do they have laptops or whatever they need to do their jobs? Are they staying on top of CVent? The leads that come in, however their source of leads, are they staying on top of that? So those are the things that GMs need to be, if they're not educated, they need to educate themselves on the sales process. Because a lot of GMs, I'm going to say all of them, 90%, I'm not saying that, but there's many general managers that are hotel general managers that don't have sales experience. So they need to entrench themselves in that, okay? And directors of sales and marketing, if you're out there, educate your general managers as well, right? There you go. It's not a bad thing if they don't have the experience. The bad thing comes if they don't want to learn anything. They don't want to know about it. Oh, that's your job. You go ahead and do that. No, time out. It's a penalty. No, it is your job. Okay, it is your job, and you need to be involved at least to know what's going on. Okay, let's just say that. Community engagement. The GM may be involved in the local community, participating in local events or business associations. This can help create opportunities for networking and business development. Yeah, why not have them at your hotel? Hey, we have our board meeting. You can have your board. We can have the meeting at the board meeting or the meeting space or whatever, depending on the size. Hey, I could donate this, because it's all about, you want people to see your hotel. And how else to see their hotel? When they're coming to the hotel to have a meeting with you. You happen to be on the board or whatever, or you're just hosting that particular meeting or whatever. Good way to network, good way to meet people. Have a cocktail, or you're providing lunch or whatever. Yeah, it costs some money, but in order to make money, you gotta spend some money. It's okay, right? It's a community thing. It's okay, but you have to be involved in the community, especially the local community around you, the CVB, the local chamber, whatever that is. Be involved in it. It's all a networking opportunity, and you never know what's going to come because of that. What business is going to come because of that. Performance evaluation. The GM is responsible for evaluating the performance of the sales and marketing team. This includes reviewing sales reports and assessing the effectiveness of their efforts. I know that the DOS, the Director of Sales and Marketing, is in charge of that department. But okay, who is responsible for the DOSM? Well, the general manager is, right? So the information gets to the DOSM, and then where does that information go? Hopefully it goes to the general manager, and then that way he or she needs to evaluate the Director of Sales and Marketing as well as the sales team. Are things effective? Are they broken down by market segment? Are they territorial? Market segment or territory driven, whatever that is. He or she needs to be involved in that process, know what's going on. Are we getting a lot of group business, versus transient? Which market segments? Is this corporate? Do we do a lot of sports? Are there opportunities for sports? Do we do a lot of Smurf business? Whatever the heck, affinity business, whatever the heck it is, they need to be aware of that. And they need to evaluate the performance, what's going on. Because like I said, push come to shove, the GM is responsible for what's going on within that hotel. If that's the sales, that's sales. If that's operations, that's operations. Supporting special events. If the hotel hosts conferences, weddings, or special events, the GM may play a role in coordinating with event planners and ensuring that everything runs smoothly. Now, that's not necessarily their job, okay, but ultimately, yeah, it is, okay. So you would think, okay, so there's a big event going on. Why not have, and this falls on the convention services or the hotel what am I trying to say? The Director of Sales and Marketing, a pre-con meeting, okay? So if you have pre-con meetings, meaning a pre-convention, pre-conference meeting where the client is there as well as everybody on staff at the hotel, all the managers at least. Managers and directors, and that's the Director of Sales and Marketing, the sales manager who booked it, front office manager, accounting manager, housekeeping, engineering, food and beverage manager, the restaurant manager, the banquet manager. All these people are there because the client knows exactly if there's issues with this particular segment of my meeting, I know who I can go to, right? So everybody knows everyone, right? And it's important that the GM is there as well, okay? To speak, to welcome them. If there's anything I can do to assist, I'm here. I'm Russell. I mean, you guys met me before, but hey, I'm Russell. I'm the general manager here. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. Blah 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 blah. You're in good hands with everybody. But if for whatever reason we fall short, make sure you give me a call. Make sure you reach out to me. I'm accessible via my cell phone, email, or whatever. So that gives you an opportunity to do that, especially when it's a big event at your hotel and you want to make sure everything goes well. And it's good that everybody's on deck, all hands are on deck. And a good place to start is those pre-con meetings, okay? I used to do the pre-cons all the time. And yeah, they were great because everybody was there. Everybody was represented. So the client, like I said, if the client had any questions moving forward, they knew exactly who they can contact. And if you just happen to be walking by, you say, oh, that's Russell. You're the general manager, right? Or that's Jim. Oh, he's the director of food and beverage. Whatever, because we met them all, right? So that's a good thing. Sales forecasting. The GM is often involved in sales forecasting, which helps in planning for future occupancy, and revenue. This involves looking at historical data and marketing trends to make informed decisions. Yeah, because they have to buy off on everything, right? Even what the revenue manager is saying, you still have to buy off on what's going on based on history, based on what's going on in the marketplace, based on what's going on internally in the hotel, or we have X amount of groups in-house, or we don't have any groups and we're heavy transient, blah, blah, blah. But there's a citywide convention going on. Where should we put our rates? You know what I mean? So he or she should be involved in that, okay? So because, revenue manager, if you let the revenue manager run with it, they're going to run with it, all right? But sometimes sometimes we need someone on top of them to say, hey, this is good, but hey, on this day, let's close for arrivals on this day. Whatever. I'm just throwing that stuff out. I'm just throwing stuff out there. Doesn't mean anything. But what I'm trying to say is that, he or she needs to be involved in every aspect of the hotel, especially when it comes to making money and revenue management. Last one, quality assurance. The GM ensures that the hotel services and facilities meet or exceed customer expectations. Satisfied guests are more likely to be repeat customers and refer others indirectly and contributing to sales. Is the hotel in good working order? Is engineering doing what they're supposed to do? The GM's job is to stay on top of that stuff, right? With daily walkthroughs. Every morning, I would walk the property with my engineering and housekeeping, okay, every morning. Because, every morning, 5 days a week, okay? So we're walking the floors, we're checking a couple of rooms for cleanliness, for, maintenance issues, all that stuff. Tattered carpet in the hallways, things like that. I mean, you have to walk the property. A dirty parking lot, what's going on with this? What's going on with the lobby, the reception area, valet parking, all that stuff. It's important to walk around and see exactly what the heck is going on and say, hey, we need to get this taken care of. We have this group. And it's funny how this is one thing I used to hate, and that may be going off on a tangent, but it comes down to quality assurance, right? So I remember, and it still happens to this day, when we have a VIP coming in from our corporate office, we'll do more for them than we will for the guests that are paying, right? Why do we do that? Why do we we got a VIP, our VP of operations is coming in. We want to make sure we do this. Have we general cleaned this? Have we general cleaned that? You want to make sure you're on top of this. You want to make sure you're on top of that. Well, they're not paying. We should make sure we're on top of it for everyone, for every paying guest, right? It's about the paying guest. It's not about these corporate people that are coming in. The hotel should already be clean because we should already be doing what we're supposed to be doing. If you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. You ever heard that before? I mean, but it's funny how we put them above the guest. We will jump through hoops. We will turn backflips. Oh, the VP from whatchamacallit's coming today. Oh my God. No, it should always be, you shouldn't have to scramble to do anything. If you're doing your job like you're supposed to, you don't have to scramble to do anything. You just say, oh, okay, coming in. Okay, we're on top of general cleans and everything. We've done all that. We got checklists for everything. And I've been checking them every day, right? So that's when the GM has to, making sure he or she is walking the property with, the engineering, with housekeeping, because you're seeing any deficiencies that are happening, right? You're seeing those all the time. So if they, and it's why you do it every day, because if I point out something on Monday, on Tuesday, it should be taken care of. If I'm walking the hallways and there's a light out in the middle of the hallway, and I say, and basically they're writing notes, okay, we've gone through that space, and we the next day, Tuesday, we're walking it again. Guess what? I should not see a light that's out. Okay, we'll walk it again. Okay, the light's been fixed. Okay, keep it going. We'll find something else. That's what it's all about, right? Because how many times did a guest walk by that light bulb? That's how you have to think about it, right? How many times did a guest walk by this pizza box on top of this trash can? Okay. And it kills me when managers will walk by things, managers and supervisors, or just employees, right? They'll just walk by stuff and act like they didn't see it. And they have this attitude, well, it's not my job, or somebody else should have done it. No, If you're a manager or supervisor, it is your job. You should do it. I don't care if you're the GM or the housekeeping manager, whatever you see, if there's something that's deficient, you need to check, you need to let people know, get it taken care of, let someone know. Spill on the floor, pick it up. Get you a wet floor sign. Put it over there until you get someone or get something to clean it up. And it's easier to do it without having to call somebody and wait for somebody to do it. Just do it yourself. I mean, I remember even as a GM, I did this. And this is not a show that, I did this and you should do it too. But I'm just pointing out, for people that came up a certain way, I came up through housekeeping, right? So it was nothing for me to have to pick something up, right? Even as a director of sales and marketing, I remember walking the hallways, right? So every time I was doing a site inspection, a site tour for a client, either a current client or a potential client, I would walk the floors, the same path I'm going to take this client to see these guest rooms or the meeting space. I would walk it ahead of time to make sure there were no obstacles, there were no issues, there are no trays, empty trays of food or trash anywhere in this path. I would walk it before that. I mean, I went to go check the room as well, right? Make sure the keys work and all that stuff. But I'm walking the path to make sure everything is in working order. The elevator worked, elevator's clean, the hallway is clean, there's no trash. If I had to move things to the service area, that's what I would do. Even as a GM, I did that stuff, right? Because you have to, because you never know how many people and I always use the example was a pizza box on top of a trash can at the pool area. Oh my God, I don't know, for what reason, that really just sets me off. And I could be a guest at a hotel. Okay, I would remember I was at a hotel, it was in Anaheim. I don't remember the name of it. But I had gone in to do this site inspection. And I was walking through the parking lot, and then the pool area was near the back part of the pool area was near the parking lot, right? Or part of the parking lot. And I noticed that, right? Those are things I noticed. I noticed the pool area. Oh, the pool area is nice. But one thing that just ticked me off was the trash was overflowing, and then there was an empty pizza box on top of the trash can. Now I'm thinking to myself, how many people have walked by that trash can? How many managers or supervisors have walked by that trash can and not done anything about it? So I walk in, I have lunch, I have a tour with the salesperson. And so let's just say I'm there an hour and a half. Okay, let's just say I'm there an hour and a half. When I come back, guess what? It's still there. So I'm like, I'm not signing no contract with this hotel. And it happened to be a group that I was personally responsible for. I said, I'm not going to stay here because obviously there's a lack of concern about trash. And I have this thing about stuff like that. I don't understand why that happened like that. So we didn't sign with that. We went with another hotel down the street because their pool area was clean. Okay, so you never know how many people walk by it and who are those people that happen to walk by it. That could influence their decision. Just saying that. So quality insurance is important. It's important for everybody, general manager all the way down. Okay, and no GM should be too big. The britches shouldn't be too big where they not taking, they're not looking at things. They're not looking at the big picture. Okay, you have to take everything into account. You have to see exactly what's going on. You got to remove those obstacles out of the way, out of the equation. Okay, so there you go. That is it. I know I kind of went off on a tangent there for a minute, but those are things that are important, right? And I see hotels like that all the time. Sometimes I pick up the trash. I'm so ticked off about it. I don't want to be here I'm in the lobby and there's, stuff there. You know what? Okay, this is one thing that I do. This is one thing that I always do. And in fact, I did it the other day when I was at the W Hotel. And this had nothing to do with their neglect to pick something up. I had an Arnold Palmer, like I mentioned earlier, okay? So when I finished, the bartender gave me a bill and everything. I paid for it. But what I did was I took everything to the bartender. I took it to the bar. I took my glass that I, had drank in my Arnold Palmer, an empty glass. I took it back to the bar. Why do I need to leave it there for them to come and get it? I'll just take it, and I made sure my chair was uniform with everything else. And then I took it all to the bar, put it there, gave him his, a tip and kept it moving. I mean, and the way he was thanking me for the tip was like, no one's ever done that before. But, I come from a place of, I've been there before, right? I've worked in hotels before. And it's okay to do that, okay? And then, like I said, maybe that it comes from my training and how I came up in the hotel industry, okay? But to me, it's not a big deal. Not a big deal for me to strip the bed after I've stayed in it. You know what I mean? It's not a big deal for me to strip the bed and put it in pillowcases for the housekeeper. So when they walk in, everything is taken, at least the bed has been stripped, okay? I'm not cleaning the room, but at least I'm stripping the bed for them. It's no big deal for me. I come from that place, right? So, like I said, the GM ultimately is responsible for everything, right? And when people see what the GM is doing, they follow suit. Okay, so if they see the GM picking up stuff and taking it to the bartender, taking it to the back, putting it in service areas, they will do the same thing. Lead by example. That's what it comes down to. So quality assurance, all these things are important, but of course, quality assurance is one of those things that I just picked on, okay, because that's just what I do. But anyway, revenue management, sales meetings, community engagement, performance evaluation, supporting special events, sales forecasting, and quality assurance. These are things that GM's roles or GM can help in the sales process, okay? There you go. That is it. Any questions at all, please feel free to reach out and touch somebody's hand. Email me at russell@russellofhotels.com. I'm here to answer questions. I'm here as a resource. I do hotel site selection. I do hotel consulting. I do content creating. This is creating content, not just for me, but the W Hotel in Hollywood. Okay, I talked about them. I'm sharing photos and videos and all that stuff. So yeah, so I'm here to help. So I'm a resource. Like I said, hotel site selection, hotel consulting, all that kind of stuff. So any questions at all, please feel free to reach out to me. If you don't want to email me, maybe you want to call me. Go to my website, russellofhotels.com. My phone number is there. Call me, and then we can talk. So there you go. That is it. Until tomorrow. Remember, tomorrow at 1 o'clock on air with Russell of Hotels. I got a doozy for tomorrow, okay? I'm not going to tell you what it is, but I got a good topic for tomorrow. I actually had a conversation with someone today, and it has to do with general managers as well and the support, okay? This is overall support of a GM or the lack of that this person is getting. See, I get a lot of these phone calls, right? I get these phone calls from people that used to work for me or we used to work together. They're like, how do I handle this situation? I'm not getting support. I'm having some issues with the food and beverage person, and the general manager doesn't seem to want to support me. What do you do? How do you handle those situations? So I gave her what I thought she should do, and I'm going to talk about that tomorrow. So there you go. So I'm going to cut it short right there. That's all I'm saying, but I'm going to talk about it tomorrow. So once again, tomorrow at 1 o'clock PST on air with Russell of Hotels, that live hospitality talk show. But anyway, this is the daily check-in. Comes on Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So until tomorrow, you guys have a great day. Happy Monday, and happy April Fool's Day, if that's even a holiday. You guys have a great day. Thank you again. And as always,